Okay, this is what started everything. When I read the ingredients for triple chocolate cake, come on, triple chocolate, what does that mean? It means you add chocolate chips, baking cocoa, and unsweetened chocolate baking bar, triple chocolate. So I thought, oh, I love chocolate, but I also need to have something, stable. So that's when I made the soda bread, and then that's when I made the real fettuccine alfredo. This is going to be the dessert. So triple chocolate cake. I usually modify the recipe to go into cupcakes, but this time I'm going to make it just like the recipe says. They want you to put it in 2 greased and floured cake pans. These are 8 inches. Okay, so the triple chocolate is chocolate chips. They say mini. These are normal, so I'm just going to bang them with the pounder thing, okay? So, chocolate chips, baking cocoa, and the chocolate bar. Flour, sugar, baking powder, baking soda, 3 eggs. This is to grease the pans. So, and then 1 cup of milk, 1 cup of hot coffee, salt, vanilla. Now, here's the thing that I do. If the recipe calls for oil or any kind of fat, I always replace it with mayonnaise. I don't know. I love it. I love the flavor. So, it's going to call for 8 ounces of oil, which 8 ounces of mayonnaise, and then another 2 tablespoons. I get these at the Dollar Tree. They're perfect because my refrigerator's little. I don't need a big giant thing of mayonnaise. Once you get the big giant thing of mayonnaise, it's like it goes bad. But and if you get 4 of these, it's exactly $5. And it's 32 ounces. Okay, 4 of them, 4 cups, 32 ounces. That's like $6 at the grocery store. And I only take what I need. So that's the ingredients for triple chocolate cake. That's the dessert to the soda bread fettuccine alfredo. Okay, this is going to be, and then the next video I'm going to do, it's going to be about bladder control and incontinence. I got the inside info. Okay, let's get baking. Okay, to start, they want me to melt the chocolate bar, which I'm doing. And then once it's melted, I'm going to add in 1 cup of mayonnaise. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm melting the chocolate, and then I'm going to add in 1 cup of mayonnaise, which is the whole 8-ounce jar. So now I'm happy this is melted. I'm adding this whole jar of mayonnaise. And then they want me to mix it, make it melted together, and let it cool. And then I'm going to add in the sugar and 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. And then I'm going to mix it on the medium speed of the blender. So melted chocolate bar, 1 cup mayonnaise, stir, make sure it's melted, and let it cool a bit. This stuff is so cool. That is mayonnaise and melted chocolate. I know it might sound gross, but we're talking about bake that up and taste it and tell me what you think. So this feels a little warm, so they want it to come to room temperature, and then I'm going to add 2 cups of sugar, 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise, and that's when we start the beater process, and just a little bit, and then you start adding the ingredients. 1 bowl. So before I start using a beater, I always mix it up. Have you seen people when they start the beater and all that dry powder flour mix comes up and hits them in the face? So I usually stir it first. So there's 2 cups of sugar and 2 more tablespoons of mayonnaise, and I'm getting ready to do the beater. Okay, that's mixed. What's the next step? So I scrape down the sides of the bowl, and I'm going to add the eggs 1 at a time, beating them 1 at a time with the mixer. Okay, that's 3 eggs 1 at a time. Oh my God. Oh my God. That tastes so good. Yum, yum, yum. Next step. I am now going to add just 1 cup of the flour and incorporate that. So that's 1 cup of flour. Now they want me to add the cup of milk and the vanilla. Man, this stuff is awesome, and it's only got 1 chocolate in it so far. So now I've added the milk and I've added the vanilla, and now they want me to add the rest of the flour, 1 cup, the cocoa powder, baking soda, baking powder, and salt, and mix on medium speed until incorporated. And just mix it for only a few seconds. Do not overmix. So, all the dries. Okay, so I haven't mixed it yet, but that's the rest of the flour, which is 1 more cup of flour, 2/3 cup of the cocoa powder, and then I added a teaspoon of baking powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And yeah, and they want you to, they stress through this whole recipe, don't overmix. So I'm going to get my wooden spoon and I'm going to stir that and incorporate it, and then I'll put the mixer on it. Oh my goodness, you guys. This is so incredible. So everything's incorporated, and now they want me to add 1 cup hot coffee. Get that incorporated, and then I'm going to put the chocolate chips in and fold them in with the wooden spoon. And I'm going to get everything ready to bake. Let's bake. Oh my goodness, I am so excited. I just have to fold in the chocolate chips. Oh my goodness. That is melted chocolate bar and 2/3 cup of cocoa. It is so good already. And that's going in, and that's going to get folded in. And then I'm going to divide it evenly between my two cake pans. Oh, I'm getting ready to fold them in. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm at the end of the, okay. So I'm going to fill these evenly. This is a 1/2 cup. So I'm going to dip it and then scrape the spoon and pour and use the spoon until they're evenly filled, and this is empty. But here's where I get in trouble sometimes. I forget. I've got convection ovens. So this is going into the oven at 325 degrees for 55 to 60 minutes. So here's the thing with a convection oven. Whatever your recipe says, 350 for 30 minutes, it's either 350 for more minutes, or if you want to do it for 30 minutes, then you lower the temperature. I don't remember, but it's something to do. So I just do it at the regular temperature, and I just wait. I go past the time that they say it'll be ready, and then I just toothpick it to death until, and it's sometimes maybe just 20 more minutes. So anyway, I'm getting ready to divide this and make 2 beautiful cake pans, and then in the oven they go. Howdy ho. Oh my goodness, you guys. There it is. They are perfectly even. So now I'm going to move them and get my oven set up and get it heated up and get going and growing. And we're going to have some triple chocolate cake. I can't wait. So yay, I've put 1 in, okay? Because this is a convection oven, Black & Decker, so that I can put a 13 by 9 inch pan in. Except these put next to each other, they exceed the 13 inches. So I'm going to have to bake 1 at a time. And I set the timer for 1 hour, but then I'm going to toothpick it to see if it goes past an hour. And then I'll know what to do with that one. So I'm still stoked. Okay, it was an hour plus, okay? But it is done. Oh my God, that smells so good. And the other one's in and on the timer. Okay, they're out and they're cooling, and you can smell the chocolate. Oh my God. I mean, they're so wonderful. I just can't wait. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Okay. I've been saying oh my gosh and oh my goodness a lot because some lady made a comment about me taking the Lord's name in vain. And I'm thinking, I didn't say anything like that. But she was referring to me saying, oh God, that's wonderful. That's called praising. Okay, I was praising the Lord, not taking his name in vain. That didn't make any sense. Oh God, thank you for my bake. I was just keeping it short. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that. So they've been cooling. Now they have to be flipped over onto the rack. That's what I'm going to do next. Yeah, flip it over onto the rack. Okay, they're out. and they're beautiful. But looking at them, I know now why I always made cupcakes. Because I'm not going to frost in this. I'm not going to make a 2-layer cake. Oh man. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to cut it and put it in a bag and freeze it. I'm going to eat one because, you know, the proof is in the pudding. So let me get that started. Okay. Trying to think, this is the first. I'm gonna do this one. I'm just going to cut it down the middle. Like they do on the British baking show. They cut shit right down the middle. Oh, ruh-roh. Is that chocolate chips? Okay, wait a second. You know what? The chocolate chips sunk to the bottom. And that's what they talked about in the baking show. Son of a gun. Dang it. Well, I'm still going to eat it. Let me get a bite. Proof is in the pudding. Okay. So I've cut them. Okay. That I'm going to leave the way it is, and I'm going to put it in a freezer bag. But the proof is in the pudding. And even when I do cupcakes. Oh yeah, that's the chocolate chips that sunk to the bottom. Which is going to be like it's already frosted, huh? Oh my God. That is the chocolate chips. And you don't need any dang frosting. Oh my God. That is so good. Bon appetit. And thank you so much for watching.